We're going to talk about the collective from the perspective of the connected society, because it is really what matters right now. The fact that we are truly and easily connected, and how that connected society now rules the world. So, just as a disclaimer, we've always been a collective. This is one of the oldest cave paintings that has been already so far found in the world. It's about 30,000 years old, and it already shows a group of people. We've always lived in tribes. We know that we've known the power of tribes and of a group of people for a long, long time. We didn't discover it after we connected a phone line to a modem and a computer. We knew that before. We knew that when, people were building big empires and when other people were destroying those empires. We knew that when we wanted to sell Tupperware. We knew that the collective was stronger than one person alone. Applying this to the industry we work in, let's try and navigate this collective and this crowd. It's not just in the developed world. It is in the developing world as well. It's the fact that people can connect to other people. That is what's crucial, It is not Facebook. It is about the fact that someone can have a really cute baby, post a picture because they want to share that they're a really cute baby. So I haven't met the baby because I haven't, we're not so close, and I've been living out of Brazil for a while, and when I'm there, she's not on my top 10 priority, which is an awful thing to say, but it's true. And I haven't met the baby, but I see pictures of the baby all the time, and it's great because I can go like the baby and say something about the baby, and it's sweet. This is the power of Facebook. There's a guy from Facebook who says that we need to always put it in our brains. If I recommend your brand to my friend, it's not because I like your brand, it's because I like my friend. And that is what's crucial, and we don't think about it. And recently, we've been hailing the power of the collective politically, right? Because we've, upturned governments and everything. But you know what? The Vikings did so too. But they didn't have Facebook, they had ships. It's also technology. It's just we don't think about it. But it is also technology. Ships were the Facebook of then. So when we think about the fact that Facebook hit the billion mark, but when we think about these billion people, what we need to understand is you can look at it as a platform, or you can look at it as a playground. And when you look at it as a playground, that's how you're going to get people to do what you want them to do. Because in the end, we're all sheep, right? We're all just doing what someone tells us to do. So if you look at how Disney uses Facebook, for instance, Disney has about 38 million followers or fans or friends or whatever you want to call it on Facebook. And every now and then they do these really nice posts, and look at how interesting. So this is the Beauty and the Beast and whatever. 126,000 people liked this, and 10,000 people commented on it. And I love this one, the Pooh Bear, it's great. So 115,000 people commented it, 10,000 people liked it. Oh yeah, right, but how is that relevant? This is relevant because of this. The next film that's going to be launched, when I put it on Facebook, I already have 32,000 people who in average have each one of them 234 friends, according to the latest Facebook graph, that have liked it. Therefore, it appeared on their timeline. Therefore, you have a ridiculous reach without buying anything, because you're playing in the playground rather than let me think of an app or a tab that I can do on the platform. And this is the thing that we have to put in our minds. It's a playground. It's a party. You go into the party and you tell a nice joke and you behave nicely and people remember you. You go into the party, you act like an idiot, they will remember you too. But you go into the party, you don't say anything and you leave, nobody remembers you were there. So Disney comes to the party. So does YouTube. And think about it, YouTube, Google, Facebook. Hello? Apple also does a really great job of using Facebook to promote itself. Look at what iTunes does, it's amazing. But YouTube. So YouTube has 63 million followers. And YouTube now is becoming competition to studios because they're starting to develop their own content. Not themselves, they're buying content from other people. They have a studio, they're trying to produce their own stuff because they understand the longer you stay in there, the more they can sell you. It's the thing Martin was saying. They know me, therefore they can use the data and turn it into knowledge. So this is what YouTube is doing, but using Facebook, which is genius. So Starbucks has, for a long time, before Kickstarter actually was launched, Starbucks already had this thing called My Starbucks Idea. And you go there and you tell your ideas, you categorize your ideas, so you can suggest drinks, but you can suggest innovations in means of payment. And Starbucks will take some of those ideas and will make that happen. And it is amazing because I'm not getting anything in return. I give an idea to Starbucks, and I don't get anything in return. It is as amazing as the fact that Starbucks has a prepaid card. So I go to Starbucks, I give them $30, and they give me a card so that I can go back to Starbucks and spend those $30 in Starbucks. So what just happened was I lent money to Starbucks to only come back next week and pay for my coffee. That's really weird, with no interest. I don't even get a chocolate because I have the prepaid card. But we do that, why? Because we love Starbucks, because Starbucks plays with us. Let's talk about Kickstarter. I know everybody knows what Kickstarter is, and I know everybody has witnessed some of the miracles of Kickstarter. Now, the most surprising thing is this: when people use Kickstarter, they are not becoming shareholders. I am giving $20, whatever, $50 for someone to develop a game and be rich off that game, and I'm not making anything. I'm gonna get a mug. But I want to see that game come to life. And all of that then elevates the product. Now, if you think about the collective, when you were trying to work the collective to your benefit, the equation would be you set a target, the best, most successful campaigns, you set a target, I want to do this. You then share that target with the collective, and you say to people, I will do this and that if you work with me. So you share the target. You then tell people to share it, you chatter with them, you have a conversation with them, and you elevate that to the power of the connected society. So, you know, just for the record, Kickstarter doesn't always work. You know, 2 weeks ago, the joke on the internet was that somebody tried to write a book about how to get funded with Kickstarter, and they wanted to fund the writing of the book with Kickstarter, and they weren't able to raise the money. So, you know, that's just a pun. But anyway, Wired printed this, and it's really interesting because this is actually valid for Kickstarter, but it's valid for anything that we're trying to do right now. Whether we're launching our own app, or we're trying to do a campaign to get more people to stop speeding, or, you know, whatever we're trying to do. So the bigger the goal, the lower the chance of success. Tell people don't smoke, and you'll see how successful you're gonna be. You know, show people pictures of people dying of cancer, and you see how it doesn't work. Sadly, it doesn't work. It has to be done in a completely different way. The story that we're telling today about the collective is that the collective will work for us if we activate the collective, if we really are part of the collective and don't act necessarily like sheeps. You know, in the end, what we need to do when we're building our messages, whether we're trying to sell paint, whether we're trying to elect a president, whether we're trying to get people to stop smoking, or we're trying to get more people to save money in the bank, what you need to do is talk to people about an individual goal, because we are still human beings. If the world is ending, if the house is on fire, if someone else is about to die and we're gonna die as well, we save ourselves. We're animals, we're human beings. So you have to talk to people on an individual level, but the way to elevate it is you talk about the collective goal. That's how we play right now, because the society is connected. And then you invite people to participate, and then the most important thing is you really walk the talk, because it doesn't help if you tell people to do stuff and you don't do it yourselves. Technology just allows for us to really activate the collective, and that's what I think. Thank you.